So you want to go on holidays and you want to learn language during your free time. So what should you do? In this video I'll give you 5 tips how can you learn a language during your holidays. Hello, welcome to my new video. Today I'm going to share with you some of my experience of learning a language when you are on holidays. There are many ways of using the time of holidays for learning a language. You can go on a language course, and this is the most obvious one, but you don't have to. Sometimes you just want to go somewhere for a few days, not for a very long time, you don't have so much holidays, you can't get so much free time from work. So what can you do to improve your language skills, especially when you already know a little bit of language of the country you're in? I will give you today 5 tips. First of all, listen. Listening is very, very important. It's free and it can happen everywhere. When I was going to Ukraine, I've learned a lot just by listening. In a bus or in a street, in a cafe, when you sit alone. So if you are with a friend, it might be a little bit more difficult, but if you're alone, just listen. So people next to you, they usually talk. There is someone, at least 2 people talking, or maybe talking on the phone or something like this. Just listen. I know eavesdropping isn't a very good idea, but this is an exception, okay? When you have this opportunity, for example in hotel or wherever you're staying, or maybe using your mobile phone, try listening to the local radio or watching local TV. It also can help you. But I personally don't do this because I don't go to another country just to listen to radio or watch TV. This I can do at home. So listen as much as possible. My second tip is to talk, and talk. Talk more than you need. So usually when we go, for example, to a restaurant, our talk with the waiter is very short. Water please, soup please, this from the menu, this thing please. And this is everything. Then we ask the waiter for the bill, so we show something like this. So we are using our body language, but we're not talking. When we go to a shop, we just collect things or point them, but it doesn't improve our language. So what can you do? You can talk more than it's necessary. When you go somewhere and, of course, say hello, say good morning, or any other phrase like this. You can mention something about the weather or maybe the place. You can say, I've just came to your city and it's so beautiful, I love it. Or the weather here is fantastic. You know, there are a lot of things, especially when you say good things about the place you're in, that people will like and they will respond. So you have the opportunity to speak with them because you've started talking. I remember when I was in Ukraine, I've learned a lot from waiters. I was just asking them what is this, what is that in the menu. When I was buying some postcards in the street, I just did this little talk, and those people were very eager to talk with me for a little while. Third thing is reading leaflets. I found it also in Ukraine when somebody gave me a leaflet from some kind of mobile company and it was about very good prices. I read it all. Okay, I never read leaflets when someone gives them to me in a street. I just throw them out or I don't take them at all. But there I read it all and I found out that I can read so many things while being abroad. I can read newspapers. There are some free newspapers you can get because they're about the place for tourists, you know, lots of advertisement there. But this is still another language. You can read also some texts in a street, you know, every shop has some text on it. it can be a poster, it can be just the name of the shop, it can be information about the sale or something like this. Number 4 is something that happened to me in Eastbourne. It's South England, and it was really nice for me too. I had a free day. I was staying in my cousin's place, and generally every day I went somewhere. I went to Oxford, I went to some other towns there, but one day was staying in Eastbourne and generally doing nothing. I had a free day, so I went out for a walk. It was holiday, nobody was in fact in the city. It was morning, so lots of people probably were at work. And I also was a little bit bored. But suddenly I found this shop where they sell those figures for games, you know, like Warhammer, those very nice games where you can, you know, lead your armies for an epic battle or something like this. And then there was a guy sitting there, and I just thought, okay, I'll go in and look at the things that are there, because I don't have nothing to do with my time. So I went in, the guy, of course, I said hello, he said hello, and he asked me how he could help me. So I said that no, thank you, I'm just looking because I'm a tourist here, I'm not buying anything, I'm just interested in these things, I've always wanted to play something like this, I'm just looking. And he asked me, oh really, so you're interested, have you ever played one of these games? I started talking with him, and eventually we've ended up that I didn't know exactly the rules of these games when you're moving these figures and doing battles. I've played board games, but not this kind of games. We've spent like 15 minutes. He was explaining me the rules, how the figures move in the field, how we make battles, how we fight, etc, etc. And I found out, oh my god, the guy already gave me a great lesson of English. It was fantastic. So when you are in a city, especially in those parts of the day when people sit in shops, they are bored, and the shops that are not very much crowded, so not the shops with the top clothes or something like this, but there's shops for geeks or maybe small bookshops, you can go there and try this little talk. And my last tip, number 5, is asking for directions. Generally, nowadays we have smartphones, we have Google Maps or any other application that will show us the way. We have traditional maps and we can use them too, but asking for directions is something more than it seems. Because it's not only asking, oh, how can I get to this museum? And the answer is go straight and turn left. Oh, thank you, bye-bye. No, yes, we can do it like this, and it's like very short and boring. But we can also say, oh, I'm lost in this wonderful city and I want to see that museum. Where is it? So the person says, there, it's there, go there, turn left. And you can ask, for example, what do you think about the museum? Is it really worth going there? And the person will probably say something, or maybe recommend another place. So you learn something more about the city, the town you're in, and you'll get a new opportunity to talk. So after this small talk, you can go to the place you wanted to go, or you can ask another person, like after 1 or 2 minutes, you can do the same dialogue again and practice your speaking skills and listening skills too. You can do these little talks, small talks with them. You will improve your vocabulary and listening skills. All these things are very good because they are free. So it doesn't matter whether you are for a day or two in a place, or maybe you're staying there for a longer time, or maybe you're even there on a language course. It doesn't matter. You can use all of my tips and improve your language while being on holidays. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any other ideas, how can you learn the language while being on holidays, just leave the comment below. If you like the video, please leave the thumb up and subscribe to my channel. See you next week. Bye!